Hi everyone, it's Mandy Ross with Wynn's Foxy Nests, and I am an independent designer with Chalk Couture. And tonight we are going to be doing the monthly club, so I can show you how that is done. So let me get all my technology all set up here and share this in my VIP group. So if you're not a part of my VIP group, that's where I can do specials and giveaways and sample kits and stuff. So if you're interested in any of that, go ahead and just type in VIP and I'll get you added to the group. Let me see. Something has changed on Facebook. And I don't know how I'm going to do this. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Share it. Right post. You know how you do things on Facebook and then all of a sudden they just change for no reason? That's kind of what's happening right now. So hold on, see if I can get this to go here. Okay, let me see if this works now. Normally I can just share it over to my group, but now I have to like copy the link, I guess. Let's see if that works. Or what shows up actually in my group. Sorry. Done. So okay, there it is. Okay. So that way I can see if there's any comments or questions. So as I go along, don't be afraid to ask comments or ask questions, and I'll answer them in the comments, or if I miss them, I'll get back with you after the session. So today, let me show you, we're going to be doing the January Club Couture. And the club is an exclusive transfer that is only available to our club members. It's $20 a month, and it's kind of like our Happy Mail subscription. So you get it, they send it out, I think, around the 6th of each month. And this is the January. So it's Happy Valentine's Day, and then it's got little hearts there, X's and O's, Kiss Me, Be Mine, and Love Me. So we're going to be doing this today, and I'm going to try something new. If you don't know, I'm fairly new to Club Couture, so you're growing with me and you're learning with me, and I always kind of like to experiment. So if there's something that you want to see done, if you want to see it, you know, a certain transfer on a certain surface, you know, a certain technique, just let me know, and I'll do my best to either find a video that's already been made or do it on a live so you can actually see how it turns out. So with this project, I'm going to use our chalk paste and one of our chalkboards. So this one is the Candy Apple Red, the teal, Contour Teal. Let's see, this is Peony Pink, and of course our bright white paste. And when you are a member of the Club Couture, you get this, and actually you get, I think this month you get like 2 or 3 different paste singles to do your project. The information should be pinned to the top of the page, so you should be able to see that. And then also I have a special, if you join this month using my link to the club, you'll get a mini squeegee, a stir stick, and then you also get 20% off a chalkboard frame. And I actually have one posted there, but if there's a chalkboard frame that you're wanting that's different than that image, just let me know. Just go ahead and go and purchase your transfer. And actually you have, at the time that you do that on the Chalk Couture site, you have an option to purchase the additional box that comes with surfaces and an additional like tools and and I think it comes with a bright white chalk paste. So you can do that, or if you just want a surface, I have a special going on right now. So join my VIP group, just the people in my VIP group can get it. And Once you check out, just let me know that you ordered it through me, and we'll work together to get the 20% off the other item. So if you were with me when I first started, the Oh What Fun It Was the November transfer of last year. And so we're going to take this off, and that's what's the beauty of Chalk Couture, is that it's removable and repurposable. So you don't have a bunch of frames lying around, but you still can update your seasonal things. You can update the style. And Chalk Couture just helps us stay in season and in style. So I did want to show you real quick. A lot of people want to know about the paste itself. You know, does it stay on? Is it removable? How much is it removable? Hey, Don. So the paste goes on wet, but it dries hard, and so it doesn't smudge. And I can actually take this and wipe it down, and you still see, even with a wet cloth, it's not coming off. So I'm going to put this wet cloth on it for just a little bit and let it the paste, kind of get water soluble again. That's why it's easy to remove. And then it's going to come off easier, okay? So I'm going to take you down to the project now, and let's get started. So, hey, Dawn, if you have questions, just let me know, and thanks for joining. So right now, we're just going to just kind of get that chalk paste wet again so that we can remove it and actually put on this month's transfer. So it's pretty easy. See, you can already see it's coming off. Can you see it's coming off? So we're just going to take our paper towels and just get all the transfer off. You know, some of the transfers have, like our truck transfer has like the add-ons. So you wouldn't necessarily have to redo the truck every time. You could just remove the add-ons and then put on the add-ons itself. So one thing is, if you take this off and you still kind of see some of the old design on it, we have these board erasers that can also help you clean off your board. And it should get rid of any of what they call ghosting. So if you get the image off, get the chalk paste off, but the image still kind of seems to be on there, you just want to use a board eraser to get the rest of it off. So, making it go. So do you guys like Valentine's Day? Are you guys decorators of Valentine's, or just kind of enjoy some chocolate and some wine? Or how do you guys celebrate Valentine's? Okay. Almost done. This, open back up. And once you get the chalk paste off, you just want to make sure that you get it nice and dry. And I'm getting the color on my actual frame there. Okay. So I'm just drying it off now, and I'm going to dip that in water and see if I can't get the frame, actually, the paste off the frame now. I'll take this. So yeah, that helped really, really well. So that's just my board eraser. I don't like the sound of it, but it does get your frame back to the white. Dip that back. I just have a bowl of water over here that I'm dipping this in to get it some more wet on it, water on it. Okay. Now let that dry for just a little bit. Make sure I have it all off. Okay. Now I'm just going to take this out and I'm going to get it cut up for us that we can use it. I'm going to wash my hands first with just the Lysol disinfectant. You can also use the Lysol disinfectant to make it, to help get it off as well. Hey Don, these are Chalk Couture chalkboards, and they come already like pre-waxed and ready to go. But you can use any kind of chalkboard. You could put on any surface. So I have several different videos of me putting it on. Let me just kind of show you the different surfaces that I put it on. So hold on. You know, you can put it on the glass. Okay, these are mini transfers. You can put it on like a wood. You can do it on wood. You can even put it on candles. So the other product that we have, and that's all with our paste, okay, so the chalk paste. The other product that we have is with our inks, okay, and this is if you actually want it to be permanent. So let me show you what I've done with the permanent. Here it is. Okay, so this is ceramic, and so this is just a mug, and I was able to heat set this with, I used the ink, and then I heat set it, and I'm able to actually put it in the dishwasher and wash it. Same thing with this. I use the ink on a Pampered Chef tea towel, and I'm able to put it in the washer just like I would wash my normal clothes, and it stays on, okay? So on any surface, any chalkboard surface, it goes on. Just remember that if it's paste, it's removable. If it's something you want to be permanent so that you can actually wash, you want to use our inks, okay? So let me know if you have any more questions on that. Oh, gift baskets. Yes, I actually have actually bought a tin little basket that I'm going to put some of our Valentine's stuff on there to make a little gift basket as well. So I'll be doing that. That's one of the projects I have planned for our Valentine's theme. Okay, so the great thing about, now let me get this out. Okay, the great thing about the Chalk Couture is that it's reusable, okay? So our transfers are called silk screen transfers, and they're kind of like a stencil, but they're sticky. So once you take this off, it's sticky on the back, so you don't have to worry about your design messing up on you. And then if you can see this one really well. It's actually a silk screen, and that's how we get really crisp designs when we do our product. Okay, so this one has several different pieces to it, and if you can see, they have lines here, and I'm just going to follow the lines and cut it out so that I can use it for the different areas of my project. And even if you don't have lines in your transfer, you can cut it out to fit your project. But the great thing, also the other great thing about using the Chalk Couture is that it is, it's like a fabric. Well, it is a fabric, and so it's flexible, and you can bend it and you can mold it however you want. Like those mugs were kind of rounded. So these transfers I was able to use, you know, rounded on that mug, and it worked out perfectly. So I'm going to set these to the side. I'm going to bring you back down and show you how to actually set the transfer on, okay? But you ask questions as I go. Okay, so this is the transfer, and it's sticky, okay? So I'm just going to peel it off, and we're going to save this backer sheet because this is what we have to clean our transfer and then put it back on here so that we can use it later. Our transfers are reusable 8 to 12 times, but designers say you can get much more use out of them as long as you take good care of them. Okay, this is, it is sticky, but you can also peel it up. Oh, hold on, I need to fuzz it. First I'll put it on a towel or on your shirt or whatever, just to get some of the sticky off. because if it's too sticky, you'll have a hard time getting it off your surface. And since it is a fabric, you would kind of stretch it. So step one is actually to fuzz it. Okay. Now you lay it down on your surface and just kind of make sure you have it, lined up the way you want. Okay. I'm just try to put it right there in the center. Take your fingers over it and make sure that you have all the bubbles out of it. And even take a little squeegee and just kind of go over it to make sure you have air bubbles out of it. And just on the design part, you don't have to ever worry about this part of it. So there's a big bubble right there, but I don't really have to worry about that because it's not in my design. So to make it super easy, you could just use one color and then be done with your project. But I'm going to actually try to make it, which I don't know how it's going to turn out, so you're going to have to just bear with me. I'm going to start with the white in the center, go out to the pink, and then go out to the red. When you're doing a big project like that, and one thing you don't want to do is get let your chalk paste dry. So you kind of want to do a thin layer of paste, okay? So let me get this off. Okay, so you can see that staying on there. Okay, that's not going anywhere. So that's sticking to my surface, okay? Okay, so let's talk about the paste. This is what makes it removable. So when you first started, you saw me removing the project. This is actually our chalk paste, and you just kind of stir it up and make sure that it kind of has like a yogurt consistency. And if it's a little too thick, you can put some water in it. Just take a little few spritz. You don't want to drown it. You just want to take a little bit of water and get it to like a yogurt consistency. The white is obviously a little thicker. So let me talk about the paste. The paste is like an in-between, like old school chalk and chalk paint. So if we had old school chalk, it would obviously smudge if we try to touch our project. But if it was the chalk paint, it would be permanent and we wouldn't be able to remove it and start over. So the chalk paste is right in the middle where we can put it on and we can leave it on for as long as we like, but when we're ready, we can remove it, okay? So I'm just gonna get all my paste ready and that I wanna use tonight for the heart. And just kind of ensures that when I'm doing my project, it won't dry out on me. Okay, so here's my red paste, and it's fine. You can see that it's kind of dropping out pretty good. Okay, and now let's do the pink. Okay. And it's pretty dry. You can kind of see that it's hard to stir. It's all that good stuff. So let's put some water in it and get it flowing a little bit better. Okay. Put a little bit more water. I haven't used the pink very much, but obviously with the Valentine's coming up, I'll be using it just a little bit more. Okay, and this is almost like a taffy right now. You can tell that it's really kind of hard to stir. So just kind of keep in mind you want the yogurt-like consistency, and just put just barely enough water in there to stir it up, and then just kind of putting water in there until you kind of get the consistency you want. The other thing is if your chalk paste dries out, so you can have the opposite problem. If it dries out, just put water in it. But if it is too runny, you want to make sure that you just leave the lid off and let it air dry a little bit, and it should come back to its normal consistency. Okay, I think that we're good. Maybe a few more. So I've put quite a bit of water in that one. Just I haven't used it in a while. Okay. So what we're going to do is kind of like the ombre effect. So we're going to see how it comes out. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, let me dry my hands. Okay, so I'm going to start off with just putting the white on my project, and you don't have to be perfect. You can be messy, and you can start just putting dollops on it. And this one I'm going to do the ombre effect, okay? So if you were just going to do one color, you would just put one color all over your project, okay? And then I'm going to take the pink and I'm going to circle the white and see. Actually, I think I want a little bit more white. I want my white area to be a little larger. Okay. Now I'm just going to circle around the pink and see how that turns out for me. So remember, we're experimenting, but the great thing about Chalk Couture is you can experiment, because if you don't like it, you simply just wash it off with some water and start over. Okay, and now I'm going to take it and put my red just around the project. Okay. And there, once you get it on, we're going to take the squeegee and kind of smear it around on the transfer. And then when you're doing the ombre, you want to leave just a thin layer of chalk so that you can actually combine it. And I'll show you how to do that. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to take my mini squeegee for my white, and I'm just going to spread it around just a little bit. And the only areas that you have to worry about when you're doing your paste is, uh-oh, I got some red there. I didn't want red. So just move the red out. Well, that might be a little more red-white than I planned on, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to leave that area a little thicker than normal, okay? And then I'm going to take and I'm going to spread the pink around. And I'm going to get it close to the white without hopefully getting so much of the white in it just yet. Okay. Move it around here. And it looks super messy right now. And that's what your projects normally look like. And you think, okay, how am I going to pull this one off? How is this one going to look? And somehow it always turns out good. Okay. But make sure you leave a thicker layer of paste on so it doesn't dry out on your design here. Okay. So that one looked like it was going to dry out a little bit. Okay. Now let's see what the red has for me. And I know it looks a mess, but we're getting ready to change. We're getting ready to change all that. Hopefully my ideas are coming out. Okay. You just want to kind of just barely get it to the other color, because then we're going to blend it. And hopefully it's going to come out like our ombre effect did. Okay. That right there. This one goes over here. Okay. Now you're just going to take your finger and dip it in some water and kind of smear the two together. Smear both the colors together. And hopefully, like you say, I still keep saying hopefully, I'm going to get the desired output. Okay. So Chalk Couture has been around for a couple of years, so it's still fairly new. But our products are basically, our base products are our chalk surfaces, our chalk paste, and our transfers. And we have a variety of colors of the chalk paste and the inks, and and the transfers. We have all kinds of themes, from inspirational to farmhouse to kids, you know, just simple ones. Okay, now I'm going to take and just wipe off the paste. And normally you would take the paste and put it back into the jar, but since we combine colors, we're just going to just take off the excess of the paint, okay? And see how it all turns out. And normally, you know, if you just use one color, you can put the excess back into the jar, and it really takes little to no paste, so your jars last you quite a while. Okay, now the reveal, and hopefully I didn't leave it on here too long. So when you peel off the transfer, you want to do it from top to bottom or left to right, so you don't stretch your transfer out. And as you're going, you can kind of see, go slow, and you can see your reveal. Okay, and this one already has a distressed look to it. So, aw. When I dragged that over, I got little stripes too. Isn't that cute? So once it's off, I'll put this transfer in some water, and then I'll show you how to wash it. Ta-da! So kind of got a stripy effect in there as well, just because I dragged that red across. So let me show you the reveal. There you go. You have some of the white and the pink and then the red. So obviously you could do it all red and just have a solid red surface, but I really wanted to try the different colors in it. So I was hoping that it would be like, you know, a little heart beating or whatever, but I like it. So I'm going to set this aside, and then I'm going to show you how to wash up the transfers. Okay, I'm going to bring you back down. So our transfers are super easy to take care of. You just put it in some water, and then take your paper towel or your disinfectant wipe and just take off the paste. So you just want to make sure that it's off the design part. So sometimes the red will stain the transfer on the green part, and that's perfectly fine. It won't affect your screen, your design. But you also want to make sure, you can also do this like in your sink. You know, just take it over to your sink and do it. What the water does is kind of deactivates the stickiness. So if you ever get a transfer that sticks to itself, just go put it under some water, and it will deactivate the stickiness, and it doesn't take any time for it to dry, and you can use it again, okay? So let me just take this out. And get disinfectant. And I'm just using a disinfectant wipe here, just to kind of get it off. And if you don't like the red on there, again, just use our board eraser and that helps get that stain off really. So then you look like you have brand new transfer. Okay. And turn over on the back, wipe off your area, turn over on its back, and then just take, you know, remember when we first started, we fuzzed it? So we're just going to take that fuzz off so that it will stick back on its backing. Okay, so what you do is you leave it on the back side where the sticky is and let it dry. Okay, and then we'll put it back on its backer sheet on the shiny side. There's a shiny, let me show you. This is the backer I got it off with. So yes, hey Dawn, it will get sticky again. So once I washed it, it unactivated it. But lay it, when you dry it, lay it with the sticky side part up because it will get sticky again. And then once it's dry, we're going to put it back on its backer sheet. Okay, and this has a shining side and a dull side. I don't know. This is the dull side and this is the shiny side. So just always remember, everybody in my group is shiny. So you want to put the sticky and the shiny side together, okay? So that's just kind of a quick reminder of how you do it. So we're going to put this over to the side. We're going to put this over to the side because I want to use the little hearts, okay? And on the little hearts, we're actually going to do it on scrapbook paper, okay? So while that's drying, I'm going to take it back down and show you how to do it on scrapbook paper. So I just made, let me get my area dry. Okay. So I just made these little banners, and I'll show you how to do that after I get myself cleaned up here. Okay. Okay. Just cut your little square and then fold it in half and then cut up into the fold, okay? So I'm just going to cut this up into the fold. And depending on how deep you want the V is how deep you would go into the fold. So we're just going to put this right here. So that gives me my little banner, okay? So now I'm going to take these little guys and use them on the scrapbook paper to make my little banner signs. First, I want to ink them, and this is just with a scrapbooking ink, a pad of ink that you get at, you know, this is close to my heart, but you can get just the regular Hobby Lobby. I just want to scrape it basically on the my paper just to kind of give it some depth, okay? So it kind of pops out instead of just laying flat on the surface. And do that. Let me see. I don't know if you can really see a difference in the camera, so I'm just gonna. But plaid is really in right now, so that's trending. So I wanted to add some plaid to our project. I don't know if you can tell a difference with the ink or not, but I kind of just went around it on all sides just to kind of give it a little more depth. And then I'm just going to take our transfer here and put it on. And again, these are sticky. And so when you're using paper, you do want to make sure that you fuzz it. So step one is to fuzz it, just so it's not as sticky. And normally the smaller ones aren't as sticky. So I put this here, okay. And again, just take your fingers and make sure the bubbles are out. And I'm going to just use white and put some on there. So this is what you would actually do if you were going to just use one color, okay? So step two is to paste it. So when you use one color, you just want to get the paste on your design only. You don't have to worry about this blue part, okay? And then you take the excess and you put it back in your jar, and that's It literally does not take much paste to do your projects. Okay, I'm going to take this off and let it dry. That's Love Me. And I'm going to put this in my little bowl of water over here. And then we're going to do the other ones. So 3 steps: fuzz it, paste it, and wash it. And you're able to reuse your transfers 8 to 12 times. You're able to reuse your chalkboards that you get from the Chalk Couture. You can use it on any surface. We have 2 different deals. You can do your paste. Paste is if you want to remove it, and ink is if it's permanent, like you want to make a t-shirt or a tea towel or a pillowcase, coffee mugs, anything like that. You'd want to use our inks, and you have to heat set it. Okay, so I have a video on how to heat set. If you want that, I can send it to you. Okay, let's see what this one looks like. Be mine. I think I'm actually going to use some teal in the next one. And I'm out of sticks, so I'm just going to use a knife. And this guy, I've used him quite a bit, so he's perfectly perfect consistency. So let's do the Kiss Me. Making sure I'm not off my paper there. Okay. Put that on there. And this is one of our bigger squeegees, but it's clean. But the ones I've been using are the mini, and I actually like the mini. It just seems easier for me to control where the paint goes with the mini ones. But if you're doing a really big project, like we have stencils that are, let's see, I think some of them start for 5x7s and go all the way up to like 18x18s. So if you're going to do the bigger stencils, you'd want the bigger squeegees. And if you're just starting, I really recommend starting with some of our smaller transfers, like the Club. The Club is a great way to get started. You get the transfer, like I have today, with some paste, and then you have an optional box that you can buy with transfer or with surfaces and extra tools and extra paste. And that's just a great way to get you started in Chalk Couture. To get started, really all you need are 3 things. You would need a transfer, paste, and then like a mini squeegee or something, because I'm sure you have a surface at home that you can use. And that one I got on my paper where I didn't want it, so it wasn't painted. Making a mess. I'm not paying attention. I'm talking. Messy crafter here. Okay, so but it's really simple to get started, really easy, but I do recommend starting with our smaller transfers just to get used to working with the stickiness and the paste. It's fun. It's just nice to have a craft that actually turns out for you. Okay, so see that came out perfect. Okay, so I'm going to just put that in my water. Let me see if I can get this off without too big of a mess. Oh yeah, it came right off. Cool. So that was on paper. Okay. Let me put all these up, and then I'm going to finish off the project by putting these little guys on. And of course you'd want to wash everything's just washable with just regular water. You don't need to do anything else with it. Just put it all back in your jar. Close up your lids really good. This paste will last you a long time. Okay. Let's do this. This. Okay. I'm going to clean off my area and bring this little guy back over here. Okay. So, put him down. So I just put this, I just hot glued this little ribbon on the back here, okay? And I'm going to put these little guys on here with just some little wooden clothespins, some small little wooden clothespins, just to give it a little bit of added texture. Maybe if I can get it open. I think this is adult proof. Okay. So I'll start down here with this one. I'm just going to clip it on there, just like you would a clothesline. This turned out super cute. Okay, and of course you could put more embellishments, more ribbon, you know, make it your own. You know, what's great about Chalk Couture is that you start, everybody starts with the same, but then you end up doing your own little craft, your own little personal touch to everything. So let's see if you can see that. There you go, cute. So I'm not sure I love the lines in it, but I'm gonna go with it. It looks kind of like a tigerish, got a hold of it. So, but fun little project. Again, if you want to start with the club, you can do that. Just type in club and I'll make sure you get the link. If you want to shop and see what all the transfers we have and all the different designs we have, just type in shop and I'll get you my link to my shop. And also if you want to become a designer, just let me know if you want more information on that. We get like 40% off our products. We get a whole kit that's like $99 that comes with lots of transfers. Right now is a Valentine's theme, and there's actually 2 extra transfers in there. So normally I think it's like $250 and a $250 value, and right now it's a $280 value. So and you can do lots and lots. Like I think it comes with 5 different pastes. Don't quote me on this one. I'm thinking like 5 to 7 different transfers, an apron, some thank you cards, surfaces. Yes, surfaces. So, and there's a link that tells you all about what Become a Designer is, and you can do it like I do. You can sell it online and do lives, or you can hold workshops, or you know, you can just be a hobbyist and just you love to craft and you don't want to mess with selling it, and that's perfectly fine. So just let me know how I can help you guys. Send me a comment or just send me a direct message and I will certainly get back to you. And I appreciate you hanging out with me tonight, and I will see you guys later. Happy chalking.